Warning to viewers, what you're about to hear is not fiction. It is not dramatized. This is real, and it is deeply disturbing. A shiver crawls down your spine the moment his screen name appears. Swifty. Most people know him as Swifty, a harmless gamer drifting through Roblox servers and Discord calls, just another digital face in the infinite crowd. But peel back the avatar's pixel-thin mask, and you uncover something festering, a malignancy of twisted desires and sharpened lies. Tonight, we exhume every secret he'd tried to bury and hold it up to the light until it blisters. He begins like every textbook predator, disarming charm. "Hey, I'd pick you over anyone," he whispers, baiting loyalty with counterfeit kindness. But his words aren't gifts, they're handcuffs lined in velvet. Once you slip them on, the tightening is almost gentle. Until it's not. Within hours, Swifty's conversations pivot from casual to catastrophic. He floods your DMs with stories of fresh blood and phantom cuts, claiming he woke to 10 crimson lines gouged into his arm. He doesn't ask for help, he demands it, weaponizing your empathy, forcing you into the role of emergency caretaker. If you hesitate, he hurls guilt like shrapnel. Am I talking to a brick wall? Should you fail to respond fast enough, he plays God with his own life, insinuating the next message might be his last breath unless you cater to his every whim. But pity is never enough. Not for Swifty. He escalates into the grotesque. "I'm trans just for you," he announces, trying to rewrite his identity like it's a coupon code, redeemable for affection. Within the same heartbeat, he delivers a repulsive proposition. "Pretend you're 40 and I'll be 9. Groom me." Those words don't just shatter boundaries, they repulverize them. The mere request is a radioactive violation of child safety law, dripping with predatory intent. Yet Swifty writes it with casual daring, confident his target will be too shocked or too compassionate to walk away. Then comes the porn deluge. Graphic fetish screeds about edging, gooning, pig collars, and ritual degradation. Paragraphs drenched in profanity, ejaculated without warning, like sewage blown through a fire hose. He wants you shocked, disoriented, drowning in imagery so vile you can't think straight. Shock erodes judgment, and that confusion is the perfect camouflage for his next move. Doxing. He brags about sharing private information. Your name, your fears, your location. With your worst enemy. It's not idle chat. It's a death rattle threat, designed to remind you that your digital life and physical safety are no longer separate spheres. He controls the boundary now. He controls you. When manipulation stalls, he graduates to pure terror. "I'll catch you," he snarls, "and stab you 32 times in the chest. 32, not 30, not 31. A number chosen to feel deliberate, ritualistic, carved into your memory like tally marks on a prison wall. You're not merely threatened with violence. You're served a premeditated blueprint of bodily destruction. He isolates you next. Group chats. He leaves them. Voice channels with friends. He refuses. He drags a conversation into one-to-one darkness where no witness can intervene, where his lies swirl unchecked and his knives glint brighter. He wants to be the only voice in your head, the echo chamber of your nightmares. He flips sympathy into sadism, identity into leverage, sexuality into weaponry, and friendship into a choke chain. One moment he sobs, the next he snarls, a pendulum swing engineered to keep you dizzy. Abusers call this intermittent reinforcement. Psychologists call it trauma bonding. Swifty calls it just another Tuesday. Meanwhile, every message violates something. Discord's harassment clause, child exploitation statutes, anti-doxing rules, anti-extortion laws. Yet Swifty treats terms of service like chew toys. He knows the protocols exist, and the very knowledge powers his arrogance. Predators thrive when platforms move slowly. He counts on silence, on shame. Victims too exhausted to assemble proof. But silence ends here. Here is the evidence he cannot delete. Screenshot after screenshot of his depravity. The porn monologue where he brags about an infinite loop of compulsive masturbation until devices die from overheating. The roleplay request begging to be a groomed child. The threats of stabbing. The boasts of leaking private data. The mockery of self-harm. Here is the testimony of a victim who could barely sleep for fear his phone would buzz with another demand. Here is the call timer, 12 straight hours, where Swifty held a friend hostage with words, draining the night of peace 1 minute at a time. What Swifty unleashed is not online drama. It is digital domestic violence, cyber stalking, and psychological battery. Cyber stalking is a felony under 18 U.S. Code Section 2261. A. Sexual enticement of a minor, real or role-played, is prosecutable. Doxing can lead to civil penalties and, when paired with threats, criminal charges. And violent threats, they stand on their own as crimes no matter the medium. Some will ask, is he just a kid who made mistakes? But children don't orchestrate multi-layered psychological campaigns, toggling between self-harm bait, sexual exploitation, and lethal violence with surgical timing. This is premeditation, not immaturity. A predator is a predator the moment he decides another human being is a toy. To anyone watching who recognizes these tactics, know this: you are not overreacting. You are not weak. You are witnessing abuse dressed in gamer slang. Document every word. Save every file. Block and report across every platform. If he threatens a minor, escalate outside the platform immediately. Let no mod, no algorithm, no apathetic watcher file these crimes under online drama, because Swifty is not drama. He is a rolling, breathing disaster, and disasters must be contained. Tonight, we burn the mask. We expose the blood-rimmed smile beneath, and in the embers of that reveal, we declare a simple truth. Predators fear the light, so we will shine brighter, shout louder, and stand unbroken. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and if Swifty or anyone like him slides into your DMs, remember, the block button is not cowardice. It is an act of self-defense. And sometimes survival begins with one click.